Show! Hello everyone, it's GLG and I welcome you to this new video. Today,
We're going to talk about the match between the two cameras, the most innovative on the market.
So Insta360 had innovated a little and dominated the market with its Insta360 Go, so as it's called Go, the Go 3, which they had evolved into the Go 3S, a compact camera that was removable like this. You could take it out of its case. In the case, you could have it a bit at a distance, in which there was a screen that you could also put at the front like this to look at yourself and all. The camera and the format especially were really incredible. Well, however, some people did criticize it a little for the lack of 4K 60 FPS because, well, for filming some action and all, a bit more fluidity would have been nice. And especially its battery life outside the case was somewhat limited. So I can already see you coming in the comments saying, yes, but in the meantime, they released the Ultra. So yes, it fixes that, but on the other hand, it no longer has the same format at all. And when you look at the reviews from other people who had it, they say, yeah, unfortunately, compromises had to be made, and as a result, the format is no longer the same. And this format that was incredible, this small, compact, horizontal camera, well, we ended up with a rectangular camera, and all we lose, well, we gain what we wanted, but we lose the form factor. Well, here is a serious challenger with the DJI Osmo Nano. So we take back a bit of this form factor, but we wonder where it stands with this camera. Is it, well, the same as the 3S? Is it more efficient? Is it better? At what level? Well, that's what we're going to see right away, because seeing products in photos is good, but seeing them in video is better. So unleash yourself and discover everything in your Cytec or smartphone. Well, before starting, I would like to position my level of video. So I am not a professional videographer. I don't make videos with things like that in a helicopter that turn, that your cut Alain who explains to you that no, but the camera for filming at that moment, you have to put it in such a configuration because otherwise we will optimize it and then you will be able to edit it in HDR, that your put film stuff and all that. I'm not at that level. What I want is to take a camera like this, and that's what we'll see during the video. I set it to photo when I take photos. I set it to video when I make videos, and those videos, I line them up one after the other. At worst, I cut them a bit when there are moments I don't like, and I upload them to YouTube. That's a little bit of what I know how to do with this camera, and what we're going to see as well, these two cameras, how they position themselves. If you just want to make little videos like me and create some nice outputs by taking the camera, taking it out of its box, setting it up, placing it, all that a little bit. So I almost want to say to you, same camera, but two completely different philosophies. If we take our Insta360, we have a camera, you see, that we unclasp like this. We have a small module, we put it inside, okay? At the back, we have a small screen that we can orient like this to the front. Well, for now, it was good. DJI tried a different approach. They put their new mount like this, a bit universal. We do have a camera once again, but here we don't have a screen that rotates. We have a fixed screen.
Either the camera, it's so good.
You slide it on like this or you put it like that, there you go. This will allow you to have either front or back, knowing that in addition, the battery level is displayed when you put it on and everything. We'll see that it's a different approach and it's not bad. But let's start right away with the contents of the box of our cameras. Well, we'll see that there you go, we're not far off. So with the Insta360 Go 3S, of course, we will have the camera in this case. Okay, we will have a USB to USB Type-C cable. That's a bit surprising because, well, yes, it's a USB 2.0 at 30 megabits. It's a bit of a letdown, but there you go. A sticky mount, a clip mount that can be placed, for example, under a cap, and the next strap we'll see magnetic for making pretty cool videos. At DJI, with our Osmo Nano, we will have the camera on its case, a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. Well, USB, there you go, 3.1, 600 megabits per second. A suction cup mount, we will have a clip-on mount. Once again, a magnetic neck strap, except that here, in addition, we will have a small protective case, there you go, with the appropriate mounts. And let's talk a little about the size and design. So we'll mainly talk, well, for example, about our cameras. Already, we've seen, if we take the camera alone, outside the case, the Insta360 3S weighs 39.1 grams. Our DJI weighs 52 grams. It's bigger, and you will quickly, well, it's bigger, it's a bit heavier, but you will understand why. And if we take, for example, the action pod of our camera with the action pod of our Insta, we are at 96 grams, whereas the vision dock, as they call it, is only at 112 grams. You see, we have less. Well, on our Insta360 camera, well, the camera goes inside. It's magnetic, but there's still a little locking mechanism. We will have an LED at the front a power and recording button. This is exactly what we find, almost identical on the other one, except we put the camera inside. On DJI, we put the camera on top. Well, the first thing we will look at is the sensors. On our Insta360 Go 3S, we have a 1/2.3-inch sensor. Okay. On our DJI Osmo Nano, we have a 1/1.3 sensor. So we go from 2.3 to 1.3. And once again, the smaller the number, the larger the sensor. So we really have a new generation of sensors on our DJI, and that's pleasing. We are told a sensor, therefore 1/1.3 inch with 13.5 stop high dynamic range. It's the new sensor, and we'll see that, well, it might be noticeable. Regarding the built-in memory, since, yes, well, our Insta includes memory that is inside, so that's good. It prevents forgetting memory cards like I do. We will have the choice to either buy the camera with 64 gigabytes or buy the camera with 128 gigabytes. On DJI, the same thing, of course. You can have built-in memory, either 64 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes. But where DJI thought, let's try to do a bit more, they obviously added a small slot on the side to insert a micro SD card to expand your memory. And indeed, our little Vision dock brings that extra feature. And let's talk a little about battery life. If we take our Insta360 Go 3S, let's say speaking, we'll talk outside the case. Once again, for filming alone, we have 38 minutes thanks to its 310 mAh battery. And it's true that 38 minutes is not much. You quickly reach the end of it. It's a bit like a drone. You see, it doesn't have time to take off before you're already done. If we take our DJI Osmo Nano, we have 90 minutes. And finally, if we take our cameras in the case, because there you can film like a somewhat classic camera, our Insta360 offers 140 minutes of recording in full HD 30 FPS thanks to its battery of 1270 mAh. Our Vision dock does not offer 140 minutes, but rather 200 minutes in 1080p and 24 FPS. There, once again, we have a bit better. Let's talk a little about waterproofing, since our cameras alone are somewhat waterproof. Our Insta300 Go 3S is IPX8 at 10 meters. Our DJI Osmo Nano is also waterproof at 10 meters. That means, well, there you go, you don't have much to worry about. And our two cases are IPX4. They are not made to be in water, of course, but they are still quite resistant. And let's talk a little about the screens. You will see two approaches, and yet each has its own thing. The Insta360 offers us a 2.2-inch LCD screen. Very nice. It's a beautiful 2-inch screen. Plus, well, as you understood, it is removable, meaning you can put it at the back and adjust it to face a bit forward. It's a format we really like. On our DJI Osmo Nano, we have a screen that is a bit smaller at 1.96 inches. However, yes, you saw it. It's OLED. And well, it's true that with OLED, as soon as you turn it on, you say, oh yeah, it might be a little bit smaller, but the quality is incomparable. Well, however, the screen is fixed and it's the camera on it that you can orient to the front or back. Well, the thing that will certainly surprise you is really the ability to remove this camera from its case and film anywhere while having real-time feedback on the case. Both cameras do this very, very well. That means, and also, we'll see in a video that they are magnetized. That is, you take the camera, you magnetize it against a pole, and there you have the feedback from your camera. Both do that very well.
All right, one of the interests already, we're going to put it on this. Let's check that I have the feedback, that you can see me well. Okay, we're going to switch to vlog mode a bit directly by hand while walking. There, I'm taking both cameras in hand.
So here I am in vlog mode. A classic, you see, as if you wanted to do a kind of...
We're going to try to do a little bit of everything we could hope for. I took the scooter. We're by a lake. We can walk. There are metal poles. We can magnetize it. I also have the microphones. We can test a little bit of everything it has. One of the modes that can be interesting is the vlog mode. Since the camera is ultra compact, I mean, it almost fits in the hand. That's not bad. What could also be interesting is to put it on magnetically like that. So now we're going to stop. Here, hop. Okay, so one of the interests, we take the camera like this. Is this going to be metal? Yes, very good. So we'll put one like this. Normally you have to put it inside so it holds with the t-shirt and everything, but you get the idea. It's just to show you a bit. No, we'll do it properly anyway. Just to... Here, we put one there, we have one here. Okay, there, that's not bad. Attack, we'll take this one here. Wait, I'll check that I have my screen feedback. Hop, here.
That's exceptional. A remote screen like this, you don't realize a few years ago how it would be like this. Is that good? No. So
We'll put this in my pocket. We'll put it underneath here, okay? We'll put it there.
Okay, we take the screen again and we are indeed in the first person. So what I'm going to do is first we'll walk like this a little bit, you see, next to the scooter. We'll remove the kickstand. There, it's once we fall. And then we'll walk a bit like this. You see, that will really allow us to compare our two cameras a bit. Here, I would suggest that we go a bit further. So I put away, for example, my device on which I check what's happening. The bag like this, I get on the scooter, woohoo, and off we go.
Well, let's talk a bit about photo quality, since obviously a larger sensor means better photos necessarily. So they also confused us a bit. At Insta, they talk about resolution 4000 by 2000, 2800 by 2800, 3000. Well, I want megapixels. So we have either 9, 8, 5, or 12 megapixels maximum. There you go. If we take the maximum resolution of 4000 by 3000 in 4/3, that makes 12,000 pixels.
If we take our DJI and look at the resolution, well, we have 9, 10, 36, and 40 megapixels. Yes, video quality. Well, I don't know if there are still people filming in 2.7K.
I don't think it's really the key. Really, I think the type of resolution for these cameras is 4K. Though filming in 4K is good and all, so 30 FPS is not bad. But of course, you're telling me, yes, but for filming some action stuff and all, though. And if you want to do some slow motion, at least at 2 times, the 4K at 60 FPS is a plus. Our Insta offers a resolution of 2.7K at 100 FPS, 4K at 30 FPS, 1080 at 200 FPS, horizontal or vertical video. Our DJI, of course, also offers our 4K at 60 FPS, which is kind of my favorite format. So we also have a slow motion 4K at 120 FPS, not bad. And especially we have a 10-bit D-Log M color for those who want to tweak it a bit in the editing software.
Nos deux caméras filment un peu plus, elles voient plus ce qu'elles filment. Donc on aura de la stabilisation. Et ça, c'est un vrai banger sur les deux caméras.
On Insta, we will have flow state horizon leveling with plus or minus 10 degrees. Once again, not bad. And finally, the DJI will have Rocksteady 3.0 horizontal bone toning with plus or minus 30 degrees. Once again, apparently, we have a better stabilization, but that we'll have to see in the field. Well, you should know that the DJI Osmo, I'm on my second update. That means the first one, I'll show you a clip like this. I did a clip on horseback. It was already good. You see, I went to Hawaii and everything, a horse and all. Well, there's an update that improves that. That's also part of the appeal of these brands. They can really enhance the stabilizations, image processing and all that through updates. So, well, I'm eager to get another one.
It's already very good, so it will be even better. Well, we'll finish with this last little rush and all. So I would have liked to find some stairs, but there are no stairs. At worst, I can do a bit of aqua branch for you. Not at all. I can try to go a bit, you see, hop there on the, damn, I felt like you almost video gag at 10,000. There you go. So here you see, for example, there are some rocks. Look, I pretend, the guy who acts like he's on a scooter, really impressive, the crevasse, when actually we're just by the roadside. But there you go, like this, here, hop, and now I'm stuck. There you go. Well, it's just to tell you, there you go. We could do a little bit in race mode, even if it's 40 degrees, and so I'll regret the race mode a bit. Like this, you can judge a bit of the stabilization, Well, the cameras are on my t-shirt. I jog like I usually jog, you see, when I do my run in 2024. Okay, not bad, damn, with the feedback like this, because I'm a professional.
We run a bit like this. Hop. It's a triathlon. I did the rocks, I did the race, and I finish with the scooter.
Come on, regarding the microphone, our Insta360 offers a classic built-in microphone, and our DJI offers the Osmo Audio with dual microphones. Well, we'll have to try that a little bit, and especially the possibility of using the DJI wireless microphones, the DJI Mac 2, the Mini, there you go, and of course, I'll show you right away.
Well, in terms of the menus, we're almost on the same thing. There you go.
In terms of sound, the interest would be to compare a bit. I'm not going to do the sound recording on a scooter, Again, I don't think these cameras are made for that, even though we've seen that with noise reduction and all that. It's still pretty good. So we're going to do a first test with the Insta360 Go 3S, where it allows you to hear the sound a bit, see if it's good, clean, clear. And here, I'm on one side, here, I'm on the other side. Will you get a bit of stereo or not?
I don't know, and I don't think that's really the point. We'll do the same with the DJI. You see, here, I'm in front of the DJI. Listen,
normally it promises us a very, very good sound quality since it's the latest camera. And it's true that DJI cameras have always had a little bit more in terms of sound. But one of the big features of DJI is the ability to use the wireless microphone. I'm going to remove it now, actually, to do the demo. You might hear me better. And now we remove it. Here, hop, I put it back on the screen. Hop, there it is. Did it detect properly or not? It turned on. Did it light up?
No, I still need to turn it on a bit. There, now it's on.
Okay, bim bada boom, the microphone is detected. There you go. Let's go. T-shirt. The key argument is, come on, one of the features, once again, of DJI. I'm going to turn the screen back on to make sure we can see a bit of what's happening. Okay, one of the features of DJI is really their wireless microphone. So, I see you coming, little future haters, about to tell me. But on Insta360, they also have a microphone. Well, yes, they have a microphone, but the thing is, all the videographers, YouTubers and such have DJI microphones for their cameras for recording and everything. So when you already have a DJI microphone and you buy a camera that's automatically compatible with it, it's nice. There you go. Once again, I think that with the sound and the little windscreen, there won't really be any big differences. I can yeah, this is all magnetized. Yes, I have way too many magnets here. I have way too many magnets. Here I am with the microphone. You see, even with the microphone, so here it's the DJI Mic Mini, and also apparently there will be new ones that I should have. If we turn off the microphone, for example, by accident, we turn it off. Tack. And now, normally we should switch back to the camera's microphone. Well, I hope so, but normally you shouldn't do everything at once.
You shouldn't turn it off and on, and there it turns off. Then I turn it back on, the poor camera. So just in that mode, it's in blue.
Okay, I put the muff and everything here. We'll put it there. And there, in my opinion, well, it's good. Plus, it wants to put it on the camera and everything. There you go. And that I already have for my,
We have at least one of the microphones from the DJI range. Well, our two cameras also have a case for it, so the camera alone is fine, but it's true that as soon as you put it in the case, well, it recharges, which is nice, plus you have real-time visualization and everything. It's really two cameras in one. That is to say, you have a classic sports camera with screens and all that, plus the real possibility of placing the camera. Either, you see, we'll put it there magnetically, you can also put it on a cap, everything. There's really the possibility to do quite a few things, like putting it back in its case, recharging it, viewing in real time, making adjustments, all that, but having built-in memory means there's no possibility to remove the memory card. So Tarsanchi transferred to my Mac to retrieve my files. And there is the shame of the jungle. So the problem is that our Insta360 uses, well, as you might have guessed, there's a USB-A to USB Type-C cable. So obviously, then he told us that, I checked, it has to be very technical. It's USB 2.0, 30 megabits per second. 30 megabits per second with this poor cable that's a bit retro to transfer 16 gigabytes that were in there, meaning all my files that I had made, because I did the same with the DJI and the Insta. It took me 8 minutes. 8 minutes, well, yes, 30 megabits. Our DJI obviously offers a latest generation USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, so it's USB 3.1, and the speed is 600 megabits per second. Yes, that's 20 times more indeed. And well, not only were my files a bit lighter, but it only took 1 minute. There you go. I don't understand why they are still using USB-A on the other one and all. Really, they need to increase the speeds a bit. Plus, it's not the 3, it's the 3S that I had in Insta. So that's something to correct though. Okay, once again, one of the other strong points, well then, compared to Insta or the DJI, often you have, like me, if you have the Osmo 5 Pro, well, you have plenty of accessories. I bought this the last time on the market. It's the kind of thing with a tripod and everything, but all the mounts exist, and of course the camera is compatible with all the mounts, since you just need to take the camera like this. No need to put it in close up like this, but to clip it on, there you go, with their easy clips like that, and it allows, you see, to have a camera in vlog mode. Moreover, with the sound, I am convinced that the sound must be good. The camera, I'll show you, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculously small. There you go. So that means you have a small vlog camera like this, which is not bad, that you can place or magnetize, as we've seen. And then once again, well, either you take it like this here, or you also take the case that was provided. So I'm going to put it like this because I'm in crazy TikToker vlogger mode. Here, so there, I have, you see, the camera feed displayed, and once again, I can also put it on this hop.
There, okay, very good. I put it upside down, but anyway, it's not a big deal. We'll turn the thing anyway, it's not a big deal. Here we have plus. Well, the advantage of this one is that we can recharge. There's a battery inside. We can recharge. I found that really good. There is a battery inside. You can recharge it. It's USB Type-C. It's compatible with DJI. So now I'm going to do a test. See, I put it there. I plug it in. Hop, I put this on it. Tack, bim, bada, boom. Does it charge the camera? Yeah, it charges the camera. It charges the camera. Once again here, with the option to remove it like this and switch to crazy TikToker vlogger mode. But you might notice there are other functions I wanted to try. Might appeal to you. Well then, to illustrate all this, I'll show you some little videos I made, particularly in a park, scooter, running.
I did some tree climbing. Well, no, there you go. You'll understand. The goal is to have a little fun. And especially what might interest you is to see a video at night. Well, yes, of course. And the goal is not to say, yes, but I take a light, I take my camera, I film. Is it usable or not usable?
All right, let's go for vlog mode in very low light. Since there's a small light here, a small light behind. So on the screen, it's obvious. Well, it's an AMOLED screen and all, so we suspect the image will be a bit better. If you see here, I'm showing you a bit of the lake behind and all. Well then, after, do I want to do a bit, yes, in walking mode and all like that, in running mode, because it's true that we saw it was the mode that was a bit difficult, but I could stand under the light and all, but it's still quite telling. You see, there we're going to get to something better, for example, you see. There, yeah, okay, not bad. Here, there, okay. Nah, well, there you go.
I think that, wouldn't it be a bit cruel to continue? Huh?
We'll stop here, because if the outputs are like on this screen, it's going to be complicated.
So before editing, I had still watched the videos at night.
There you go, there you go.
There you go, the day, all that. I'll try to put some videos in the background and all that. Well, once again, there you go. The goal was to see a bit of the difference between the two. I hope this has been clear enough for you. Video quality, photo, stabilization, night vision, microphone accessories. I feel like we've covered everything. And now I hear how much for the cameras in the display. So for now, I only have the price of the Insta360 Go 3S, which starts at €339.99 on their site.
For now, the DJI, well, since we should release the video at the same time it comes out, well, I don't have the prices yet, but in my opinion,
we might be cheaper. Well, something I also saw in the accessories, both brands offered this. Either you have this mount where you apparently put the Insta inside, or you have this one where you put the DJI. So this would allow you to take advantage of the clips. And apparently, so how would it clip on? If we put the camera like this, it will clip over like this. So you would need to clip it like this on the cap. Wait, I'll try it like this, because I often see videos with guys like this, but the guys making the videos have a master's degree in video making. And when you do it, it doesn't have the same flavor. Okay, so we're good here. No. Okay, so we put it like this here. Okay, that's good. Then we take the camera, we take the feedback like this. Okay, in theory, we clip it without looking. Well, a little bit, yeah. Here like this, okay. Let's see, it looks pretty good. Should I give you a little mic check? Because we can turn it. Oh, but we can turn it. Oh yes, there are things like that, you know. We see the... Yes, well, excuse me. I'm discovering, too bad, huh? Like this, that's not bad. Like this here, there. Okay, if we turn on the microphone here. Here we like the mic, bam, boom, okay.
And there, I feel like telling you, we're going to do a bit of scootering in a crazy way. I saw that some people on motorcycles put them there on the side, which is not bad either.
You see, as an idea, as a concept for a video, I almost want to ask you, is filming in 4K 30 FPS instead of 4K 30 FPS, having better battery life, having a better sensor, having better quality, having better stabilization, having more compatibility with accessories, is that more important to you? Well, come on, As always, you can put that in the comments. What is your favorite camera? Once again, let us know in the comments. But here, if you are more team Insta360 or team DJI, as all thumbs are allowed, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Know that I will certainly make a video for you, maybe even at
directly from the DJI Osmo Nano alone to really go into detail to say everything we can do with this camera, even though we've already seen that we can do quite a lot of things.
Well, one of the undeniable advantages of this camera is really the ability to either place the module underneath like this or have a feedback. For example, you can set it up, we'll put the camera like this here. If it holds well, there you go. You can step back a bit like this, there you go. I draw, I film, and I put it in a row, and then we see how it turns out.
Come on. As your mother would say, hey big guy, isn't it time to get into some sports? Well, no, but at least you can take your camera for a walk to make some cool videos. No, your mother would say, you never miss a chance. Don't prove her right by forgetting to click over there on my logo. Don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I have a new video. Since there are lots and lots of videos, there you go. We're going to try to evolve this a little bit. I think there are things you might really like. Well, thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure. I wish you all a good day. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, keep your spirits up, and above all, stay open-minded. Of course, I really like you, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye-bye.